What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Domuto. We back with another video. Today we're watching CallMeARJ. Majin Ultra Vegito is finally born. Alright. Finally born. Alright, okay. I don't know what the fuck that means. Did he get controlled by Majin? Bobbity pulled up on him? I don't know. So we about to get into it. Alright. And this is a much shorter video, by like 20 minutes. Short, about 40-minute video. So make sure you get your drink, your snacks, and we'll get into it. I promise I won't fall asleep this time, so let's go.
So our story continues with Vegito still in the Pyramid of Power, his hand to his side in his back pocket, putting away the medallion of the now deceased Gaiba, after promising to one day bring him back. With a sorrowful face, he looks down, saying once more, "Gaiba, for you, Jin is no more. But as long as these gods exist, tragedies like your story will never end either. Just watch me from wherever you are. I will put an end to all of this, forever." Before then powering back down to base, now that his latest divine victims had well and truly been defeated. But immediately, as he looks down, his sorry and dire state can be seen.
Damn.
As he comments annoyed, "But first, it looks like that armor Bomber made wasn't that good after all.
Damn.
I'm in even worse state than I was
That's your
before.
wife, nigga.
No god killer can be seen walking around like this. I don't even have both my shoes. This will not do at all." Vegito, now thinking on his options, then looks to the sky, now becoming cloudy and thunderous, as if metaphorically representing his mind, and says, "Getting some new clothes shouldn't be too much of a problem, but that isn't the only thing I'm after." Before within the mind of the god killer, the image of the possessed Gaiba appears as he continues,
Damn.
"That power, whatever that wizard did to that kid, it turned him into a completely different beast. Literally. That kind of power isn't normal, and it was all fueled by his rage and desire for revenge. And on that front, there is no one who'll surpass me. I too need that power increase."
And that nigga trying
Before
to
eventually
fight the
lifting out
Grand
his
Priest.
arm and opening up a time portal in the distance. Before, as if warming himself up, begins running towards it with a smile, letting out finally before entering the portal. "Goodbye, Jin. Time to deal with the last of your kind." Eventually then instantly entering a timeline on the other side, as on his first peek out, he lets out, "Ah, yes. Home sweet home." Soon landing his feet on the ground of a lively but familiar area. Palm trees all around, while the noise of a mass of people chatter and laugh all around. But as Vegito arrives, a slight sense of curiosity reaches him, as he wonders, "Where are Kakarot and the others? This isn't exactly where I wanted to head, but it's good enough, I guess. This'll still get the job done. Just might end up running into a few more people than I intended to." Wait, what? But as Vegito walks forwards, he's immediately left at a standstill as a massive line of burly and strong-looking men and women appear queuing right in front of him.
Oh shit.
He leans his head to the
This
side
nigga's at the
with
fucking
confusion,
martial arts
past the
tournament.
shoulder of one of the queue members and asks, "What's the deal with this? What are they even lining up for? Is there food here or something?" "Oh!" Before a pleased smirk then soon comes across the Saiyan's face, as he realizes exactly what the line is for, saying, So it's that time already. Interesting. Not too long till when the real fun starts then. Perfect. As eventually in the next panel, it's finally revealed to all of us that Vegito has returned to the timeline of the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament, just before the Buu Saga. And in front of him are 3 cues for 3 punch machines, each measuring the strength of the fighter's attacks. And with a light tap, just like in the original timeline, Android 18, with an unbothered look, hits the machine. And of course, despite the lackluster contact, the score reached is still incredibly high, reaching near the max 999 score as... The assigned score checker watching on is left in complete shock, not believing at all such a score was possible from a woman, let alone with such a light tap. As he then calls out to his assistant, "Listen, the machine must be faulty. Call over the tech guy and sort this out before Mr. Satan arrives." To which the assistant would of course just respond, "Yes, at once, sir." But Vegito, watching on, and still at the back of the line, would grow impatient and place 2 fingers on his forehead in a familiar position, saying, "Like I've got time for these games.
Boy.
I'll just end this formality here and now," vanishing as he does so. And appearing once again now at the front of the queue, to the surprise of the score reader. The middle-aged man would then look to Vegito with a pleased smile, thinking of him as a guinea pig, as he requests, My, now you look like a strapping young man.
Boy.
Look at those muscles. Could you perhaps test this machine for us? I'm sure a punch from you would register correctly." "Gladly." Instantly just flicking the machine with a single finger, resulting in not just the machine he touched being destroyed instantly, but also both of the machines on the sides exploding at the same time, being affected by Vegito's singular touch. The chaos and debris of the explosions causing many of the bystanders in the queue to close their eyes and cover themselves, Krillin and 18 included. No way! While Goku, who also watches on wide-eyed, just comments, "Wow, that guy is strong. You think he's really an Earthling?" While Vegeta, who is unflinching at first, just remains silent and cold, not trying to show a hint of being impressed in any way by the mystery fighter, just letting out, "Hardly impressive. I was just about to do the same thing." The clueless and totally stunned score reader would just be left speechless in the aftermath, as Vegito, taking his opportunity, would then walk past casually towards the tournament waiting room. With Goku, Krillin and Vegeta watching on from behind in silence, trying to figure out if the stranger was anyone worthy of note. But as Vegito approaches the door, however, Piccolo is already seen standing near it, having skipped the punch machine, standing cautiously with his arms folded as Vegito stops in his tracks before him. Still not giving anything away though, the Namekian would just think internally, "What's this feeling? This energy I'm sensing from this guy, it's familiar. Well, hello there, green man." But before Piccolo can think anymore, Vegito confidently begins addressing him, saying with a smile, "I'm glad to have run into you, friend. Would you mind using your clothes beam technique to restore my outfit, Piccolo?" "What? He knows my name?" Immediately taking the Namekian by surprise, as he wonders still, just within his mind, "Now I know something is off. This is no ordinary guy. Could he be another time traveler like Trunks? But eventually,
Good guess.
calming himself back down,
Not a bad guess,
Piccolo's
Piccolo.
poker face returns as he responds nervously, "No, I don't use my techniques for those I don't even know the name of. So you either tell me who you are, friend, or no deal." To which in response, Vegito just immediately continues to walk once again, past Piccolo as he lets out, "Well, I can't do that. So be it then, Green Man. Better hope I don't match with you in the tournament."
Oh shit.
And so, some time
Piccolo, you might wanna
passes,
give him
and
a
the
close.
majority of the fighters have now passed the preliminaries and entered the fighters' quarters. The scene begins with Kibito now summoned by the tournament announcer, with the shaded man yelling, "And stepping up right now is the mysterious Kibito. We don't know where he's from, but with a face like that, I wouldn't want to
the guys
mess
can
with
do
him." While Kibito just grumbles. Goku and Krillin meanwhile watch on, as Kibito too had been an interesting focal point for the both of them, also looking like a potentially strong foe. As Krillin then asks, "Hey Goku, that's Gohan's opponent, right? Looks like his fight is starting soon. Where is he? You know, if he's late, he might be disqualified." Goku looking on, also slightly worried, then replies, "I gave him a Senzu a while ago, so he should be with Videl right now. I'm guessing he'll be here any minute now, but I don't know if he'll be in time." Chi-Chi's gonna go crazy. But as Goku worries, suddenly Vegito appears in front of both him and Krillin, saying, "Don't worry, Goku. I'll be sure to buy him some time. Thank me later." Goku, confused, just replies, Thanks? But what do you mean?" As Vegito then walks past him towards the door, saying, "Move aside and I'll show you." Before stepping out the door straight towards the
nigga
arena,
fucking about this, talking to everybody and shit.
as both Goku and Krillin stand shocked at his sudden attempt at replacing Gohan. Simultaneously though, standing at the back, Vegito would listen in silently. He too bemused by the actions of the stranger, he thinks, "And what does this clown think he's doing now?" But soon enough, Vegito would then arrive on stage, still completely battle damaged and in tattered clothes, before the assistant of the Supreme Kai. The oblivious announcer, not knowing any better, would then let out though, "Alright guys, the wait is finally over. Looks like Son Gohan has finally arrived. Let's get this party started!" But of course, Kibito, not knowing what is going on at all, already knowing who and what Gohan looks like, just lets out, "What is this filthy earthling doing? Who are you? I suggest you remove yourself at once. I'm waiting for Son Gohan. I have important business with him." But despite hearing this, only a dastardly smile is seen on the God Killer's face, as he stares right back at Kibito and announces, "Important business, huh? That's a fine way to put it. Not quite sure that's how I remember things going down. But business or not, you can deal with me now. After all, I'm an even stronger Super Saiyan than Gohan."
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it.
As both Kibito and Piccolo, who's listening in from afar with his advanced hearing, are both left in complete astonishment, as Kibito lets out, "A stronger Super Saiyan than Son Gohan? Impossible! You're not even a Saiyan yourself. The Supreme Kai would not get this wrong. How dare you insinuate something like that, Earthling? While Piccolo thinks, "Duh, I knew it. That guy is a Saiyan after all. He's just like Vegeta and Goku." But Vegito, not caring for the reactions, soon changes his expression to a serious and cold look as he motions Kibito and says, "Enough with the trivialities. Look into my eyes and read my mind, Kibito. I'm not lying, and you know it. I can show you the power you seek to see. The power you know will get a certain pair's attention. All I ask in return is that you restore my clothing to something suitable. That's all, and I will show you." Kibito once again is taken aback, thinking to himself, how does he know of my abilities? But regardless, he's right. Reading quickly through his mind, he thoroughly does believe what he's saying. Begrudgingly, he then looks down and just concedes, "Fine, he's only requesting clothing. Besides, if he truly is the warrior we have been looking for, we can't have him arrive on the land of the Kais in this sorry excuse for clothing." Before summoning his energy and launching it at Vegito, just as he had requested. And just like that, Vegito is reverted back to his original outfit, perfectly clean, crisp, and cut, as he gets into his signature stance with a smile saying, "Now that's more like it. Perfect, Kibito. Old Shin is a lucky guy to have you around him. This is just what I needed, and now I am at your service, friend." Before getting into stance,
I don't think he got to turn Super Saiyan 2.
And then lifting up one fist, foreshadowing, "Just don't say I didn't warn you. When I say I'm a stronger Super Saiyan than even Gohan, I'm going to go even further beyond. Allow me to show you the true power of the Saiyan race." Immediately, being a man of his word, then proceeding to power up with all his might, his body becoming surrounded in a golden hue until... First, Vegito reaches his Super Saiyan form, but just as he said, then continues to go further beyond. As suddenly, Vegito's eyebrows then disappear, along with the replacement of his golden hair for his signature mixture of purple and white. His torso and legs becoming surrounded in a vicious black lightning, as even his left eye then becomes pure black. And unbelievably, despite this just being the Boo saga of Dragon Ball Z, Vegito jumps straight into his final Ultra form.
Yeah, you didn't have to do all that.
Absolutely everything on the table, decimating the area from which he stands.
Just showing off, bro.
Grows wildly, and his black lightning spreads all around the stadium. What?
This is about to backfire for sure. This is the
power of a Super Saiyan. But this energy, it feels divine. Leaving Kibito stunned. Wow. Wow! Who is this guy? His ki, it feels never-ending. Goku is left in a panic shock as he watches on at something that is totally beyond his depth. And yet, he isn't the only one, as both Krillin and Piccolo then share the same sentiment, as Krillin with a bemused look comments, "Is this guy on our side?" While Piccolo yells, "Everyone, we need to get out of here! That amount of energy is enough to blow up the earth!" But Vegeta, who though for the first time breaks his cool, now appearing surprised himself, has a very different thought process, letting out, "What is that form? Is that..." Before in the confusion and obvious show of strength, the prince immediately reverts to anger, as he thinks internally, "Damn it! Don't tell me! Yet another cloud has appeared on this planet to challenge my throne as the strongest.
Calm down.
Ridiculous! As if Kakarot wasn't bad enough! The reader!" Meanwhile though, patiently waiting on the other side of the arena is Yamu, who is now shocked from what his energy reader is doing. Looking down, the device is seen trembling non-stop, with the arrow in the middle spinning so fast that at hyper speed, it almost looks still to the naked eye. Instantly, Yamu, knowing this is a sign that they found the strong fighter Babidi had foretold him of, then turns his head to his partner and yells, "Spopovich, look! The energy reader, it's telling us something. He's our guy. Come with me now. We need that energy." And just like that, without a word more, the pumped up duo jumps straight into
What the hell
ring
is Gohan?
and straight to the God Killer in his final form. And just like that, within seconds, both of Babidi's brainwashed henchmen fearlessly jump from behind Vegito, thinking they had caught him off guard, just like they would have Gohan in the original timeline, with Yamu yelling, "Spopovich, you grab him and don't let go! I'll inject him, got it?" To which the brute numbskull would just respond, "Got it!" All the while Vegito would just giggle. For a brief moment, he would then turn his head back with a smile and think, "Took you long enough. Finally, those two numbskulls have figured out Majin Buu's meal. It's right here, under their noses. Now to feel what Gohan felt. I wonder..." "You're not going anywhere, mister!" With Vegito immediately then being grabbed by the confident Spopovich, who truly thinks he's restraining the all-powerful Saiyan, as Vegito just remains silent. "Alright, time for that energy!" As Yamu simultaneously spearheads the energy pot / reader with all his might
Vegito, you know where...
until...
If you trying to find Babidi, nigga, you know where he at. What is he doing this for? After he get the clothes, he could have just left like, "Oh, I know what Babidi is." This nigga's just bored.
With
Vegito
a scream
bored.
that can only be described as
bored.
sounding like Gohan's did, Vegito yells as the energy reader is injected straight into his stomach. As Yamu screams, "That's it! Stay still now!" And Spopovich mercilessly laughs.
Divine power. This is about to be
"You're not
disgusting.
going anywhere!" And quickly, almost just as fast, if not faster than Vegito's own energy absorption techniques, almost all of Vegito's energy is removed.
All of it? They didn't need all of it.
Immediately reverting back to his base form. Landing then on one knee, more exhausted than he'd ever been at any point so far in the
That fucking
series,
thing would have combust.
just whispering, "So, this is how Gohan felt. Now I'm glad those gods I drain feel this in their last moments at least." Yamu, now taking everything, then yells out to his fellow brute, "We did it, Spopovich! We really did it! Babidi is going to give us power you wouldn't believe after this! We'll be invincible!" Before immediately, the duo of corrupted Earthlings fly off into the sky in the direction of Babidi's ship. Vegeta, meanwhile, would then look up to Gabito, who had just stood there watching on purpose, as the red giant of a man would then say, "Do not worry, young warrior. You will survive this. They have merely taken your energy. But if you stand still, I can heal you at once. Before coming right up in front of him and saying, though, that energy you provided, I suspect it may be far more than just saying energy.
It is.
I have some questions to ask you. To which the now sweating from exhaustion Vegito, with one eye open and a smile, would respond, ask away, Kabito. Just do me a favor and heal me first. I can't think straight when I'm like this, you know. But meanwhile, just like in the original timeline, Shin had revealed his identity as the Supreme Kai to the Z Fighters, and
Where the fuck
together
is Gohan?
with the others would begin flying in chase of Yamu and Spopovich, hoping to be led straight to the location of Babidi and of course, Majin Buu. Goku, Vegeta, the Supreme Kai, Krillin and Piccolo would all be on the hunt. As Goku says, I don't know what's going on, Shin, but if you're really the Supreme Kai, then this Majin Buu must be no joke. To which Shin would reply, yes, Majin Buu cannot be taken lightly, but the good news is that he should still be sealed for now. He will need a whole lot more energy before he can be unleashed, and this will be our chance to take him out while he sleeps.
Nah.
While Vegito would finally then say, kill him while he sleeps? Pathetic. That is not how a Saiyan prince handles things. But back with Vegito at the tournament, Kabito is seen standing behind him. Before, with an energized palm, he places it on the backside of the God Killer. Vegito, feeling it, would then smugly comment, there's going to be a lot of energy for you to replace, old man. Are you... My power! It's back already! As instantly, a look of shock comes across Vegito's face as he realizes every inch of his power returns to him completely.
What the hell?
Now lifting his body back up with a smirk, Vegito would then say, impressive, Kabito. That healing was pretty much angel level. Now I'm finally ready to get to Babidi and defeat Buu once again. Buu! Kabito, of course, hearing this is alarmed instantaneously, shouting, how do you know of such a name? You cannot ever hope to beat him as you are. Do you have any idea who Majin Buu is? Come with me to the land of the Kais. We can do this another way. Here I come, Buu.
Wait, did Kabito
But
did not want
dismissing
Gohan
the Kai
in there?
attendant's words entirely, Vegito immediately blasts forth from the stage into the sky, leaving the bewildered Kabito to just yell in his dust, hey, wait, stop! But the speed of Vegito in this timeline is just comedically fast, as within literal seconds, he catches up and passes by the rest of the Z Fighters, who are left shocked by the movement, with the Supreme Kai wondering, what in Universe 7 was that? No! The energy reader is gone! As Yamu and Spopovich then also experienced the same feeling of shock and awe, as right from the very grasp of Yamu, his energy-filled energy reader is swiped under his nose. But it's not long before, of course, it's revealed Vegito is now in possession of the energy reader himself, tucked away within his left arm, as he then brings his two fingers up to his forehead in a familiar fashion and says, well, now that I'm reunited with my energy, I guess it's time to feed it to that pink blob. Just need to remember what that wizard's energy signature was like, before then vanishing mid-flight. The scene then shifts to a recognizable sight within the darkened ship of Babidi, Inside, we see not only the wizard Babidi and his demon king henchman, Dabura, but also in front of them, the large, veiny brain-like ball that formerly encapsulated Majin Buu. A pleased Babidi, oblivious to what is happening outside, will then look to his guard and say, "Soon, Dabura. Soon our Majin Buu will finally be here. Hopefully those two grunts come back with something sizable to feed our prized possession." To which the Demon King would reply eagerly, "Yes, my lord. I am certain those two fools will be good for something. Long live Majin Buu." But just as Dabura finishes saying this, a commanding set of feet then suddenly transport into where the duo are. What? This of course then leaving both Babidi and Dabura stunned as they realize it is neither Yamu or Spopovich, as Babidi asks, "Dabura, who the hell is this? How did an earthling make his way down here? Answer me, Dabura!" To which the staring nervously demon would respond, I don't know, master, but rest assured he will not be here any longer."
Go ahead and try it, Dabura.
Be gone,
Spit at him.
human!
Spit at him.
Immediately leading to the obedient Dabura, rushing in with all his might, straight for the fuse, saying, his arm stretched out wide. But of course the unfazed Vegito just continues his smirk, recounting, "Dabura, huh? If I remember correctly, Gohan wasted a bunch of time trying to deal with you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I won't be affording you the same luxury."
Damn.
Before Vegito begins mysteriously swinging his right arm back until... Die, Dabura! Vegito, immediately without mercy, blasts an all-powerful wave of energy point blank at the approaching demon. What? Leaving the king completely paralyzed in the spot as his last moments violently flash before his eyes. Being blown to pieces on the spot as the blood-stained ash of his body just is then left behind. Eventually this turns to nothingness as the gas and particles fade into the air. But watching this right in front of him is a completely petrified Babidi, who with his wide eyes and a trembling voice then lets out, Dabura? You were supposed to be the king of all demons. How? But as Babidi remains flabbergasted, Vegito begins to slowly walk towards the wizard. Giggling as he approaches, letting out commandingly, "Don't act like you cared about that weakling.
You didn't.
You and I both know you planned on disposing of him the minute Majin Buu came out anyway. But listen here, wizard. Inside this device here is enough energy to create the strongest Buu you could ever imagine. My own power, in fact. Power that rivals even the gods. I'll give it to you, but on one condition." Babidi, intrigued by the proposition, but more scheming to unlock Buu and destroy this mysterious intruder, will then cautiously let out, "Oh, well, what would that condition be then?" And Vegito, now laughing even more maniacally, would then ominously begin, "Well, about that, Babidi, what I want is..." But before that sentence could finish, the scene shifts inexplicably back to just outside Babidi's ship, and onto the mountain face where the Supreme Kai and all of the Z-Fighters remain hiding in wait. As they peer onto the ship, not a sound or movement can be heard. It almost seems peaceful, but a little too much. Goku, growing impatient, would then ask, Should we go down now, Shin? Who was that guy that passed us anyway? But Shin, still serious as ever, would just reply, I don't know, Goku, but all that matters is that we managed to find Babidi's ship. Our job now is to just ensure Majin Buu never revives. So on my count, we'll make our move. 3, 2, 1... But just as Shin counts down, ironically as he reaches the final number, a huge explosion comes from below and within Babidi's ship, erupting uncontrollably and shaking the very earth itself. And from it on one side, a mysterious new variant of Majin Buu surfaces. Pink in skin, but far skinnier in tone than the Buu we know. And most notably, with 2 horns protruding out of his skull, as if a true demon. Buu. As when we look into the face of the monster, the defined jaw and cheekbones of the new Buu is seen. Angered with a scowl, having now been awakened abruptly from his permanent slumber. But on the other side, another figure also blasts out, his feet landing softly on the ground opposite. And as we watch on, it is of course Vegito, but with his head bowed, giggling slowly. Until... Behold! The power of my hatred! As finally, it is then revealed when Vegito's head raises up that he now possesses a Majin symbol on his forehead, just as Vegeta once did in the original timeline. The darkness within him allowing him to do so, and thus amplify his power even further, just as it did for both Vegeta and Gaiba. Oh! It's that guy! No, that symbol! He's one of them now! This energy! No, this is bad! As all 4 of the Z fighters, including Shin, then react in shock and terror at the new Majin Vegito. But that was it for today's video, guys. And if you
I can't wait to see the next chapter. See what Majin Vegito gonna do, man. And that Buu, what the fuck? That Buu look fucking scary. That could be a tough battle for him because he got damn near most of Vegito's power in him. So I don't know how the fight gonna go, man. But anyway, shout out to CallMeARJ. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the last chapter right here. Check out another video right here. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.